Hi, this is our third and final screencast in our series. We are addressing the issues of overfishing and evaluating possible solutions. The questions being addressed throughout this presentation are: what political strategies are being employed to help solve this problem? What environmental management, protection, and restoration practices exist? And what conservation organizations exist? And also what you can do to help.
Overfishing in marine ecosystems can be prevented through creating marine protected areas, stopping trawling, regular monitoring and enforcement, using fishing management systems such as catch shares, and educating the public.
What strategies are being employed? Some of these strategies include fisheries being encouraged to stick to their quota that limit the number of fish which can be caught at any time. Another one is having only a set number of days that fishing is allowed. This way there are some days for fish to breed and reproduce. Another way is creating no fishing zones that have been marked in many areas to allow fishes to recover. In addition to that, fishing areas are rotated among fisheries so each fishery has a fair share of the days to fish. And lastly, changing fishing gear to decrease its negative effects on fish populations in the environment, releasing large fish, encouraging the development of small fishing endeavors, and managing fisheries through co-management.
The Natural Resources Defense Council is one organization that works to end overfishing, rebuild depleted fisheries, and promote the long-term sustainability of fisheries through firm catch limits based on scientific evidence.
The Marine Stewardship Council is a WWF initiative. The MSC is an effort to create a standard that can be implemented to help commercial fisheries maintain production without harming the environment. They now have a certification that fisheries can gain by bringing their practices up to date and labeling seafood for sale so consumers know it came from a reputable place.
Some other organizations that are working towards more sustainable oceans are Canadian Wildlife Federation, Environmental Defense Fund, Greenpeace Canada, Sea Shepherd Conservation Society, and World Wildlife Fund.
The effects of overfishing are still reversible by implementing sustainable fishery policies. Safe catch limits are consistently reassessed and scientifically determined limit on the total number of fish caught and landed by a fishery. Politics and short-term economic incentives should have no role in this. Controls on bycatch are policies put in place to prevent the unintentional killing and disposal of fish, as well as crustaceans and other oceanic life that are not part of the target catch. Protection of pristine and important habitats are key areas in ecosystems that need full protection from destructive fisheries. Examples of this are fish spawning in nursery grounds, delicate seafloors, unique unexplored habitats, and corals. Monitoring fishermen is also important to ensure that they do not land more than they are allowed or fish in banned areas.
The United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea Treaty deals with the aspects of overfishing in Articles 61, 62, and 65. Article 61 requires all coastal states to ensure that the maintenance of living resources in their EEZ are not endangered by overexploitation. Article 62 provides that the coastal state shall promote the objective of optimal utilization of living resources in the EEZ. Article 65 provides for the rights of all inter alia and coastal states to prohibit, limit, or regulate the exploitation of the marine animals. Also, many regulatory measures are being employed to stop overfishing by the government. These include fishing quotas, bag limits, licensing, closed seasons, size limits, and the creation of marine reserves and other marine protected areas.
What you can do. Be informed. Read up a bit on the issues of overfishing, especially around where you live. Keep in mind that while this is a global problem, every local situation is different. Know what you eat. Read about where your fish comes from when you buy it at the supermarket, and try to pick the one with the lowest impact. Lastly, spread the word. Let your voice be heard.
Thanks for listening to our screencast, and be sure to check out our other videos, Overfishing Part 1 and Coral Reefs Around the World.